Okay, so here we are, the day after epic fail. Not really epic, but a turn in the wrong direction. Wait a minute, what's going on here? I hope that didn't interfere. I had a few pop-ups come up on my computer. So anyway, yesterday I reported in. I had eaten to um, an uncomfortable, sick state, um, and regretted it as we all do. I had the presence of mind to check in and to review it verbally, which I think was important, and also to recommit myself to getting myself out of the ditch. Called my tow truck, which is me. I'm my I'm the person who drives in the ditch, and I'm the person who, actually has a tow truck operation that can pull myself out. I have to actually be willing to make the phone call, drive the tow truck out, hitch it up, pull it out, and pretty much did that last night. I did go to the rec center after program. I was feeling a little better. The fullness had subsided. I was able to walk, do the little stairmaster, and then took. Before I did that, as soon as I got to the rec center, I went into the whirlpool and the sauna. And that seemed to just sort of cleanse my system, made me feel better. I sweated out a lot of it. The whirlpool relaxed me. And that always has an effect of sort of changing the channel, kind of upgrading the experience. And so after I got out of that, which took, kind of went into my exercise time, I went on to the treadmill kind of feeling a little renewed, better attitude, and feeling more hopeful, and then I took a shower afterwards. So water is one of those, for me, it's like a solvent. It dissolves stress, always makes me feel kind of cleansed and different, gives me new opportunity. So I did that, and afterwards I went to Walmart and I got some Perrier sparkling water, very fresh, very nice. I did get a couple of oranges because, I figured I would get hungry at some point and I needed to have something light to eat. I also got some nice organic red grapes. I have a few of those. And that was sort of my plan. I got a kombucha in case I wanted that. And I came home. My plan was sort of to not eat anything. I had some Perrier. And then, I was a little hungry. I had a couple of red grapes. And then later, as time progressed, I was sitting there working on the computer. I said, now you could have some soup. And I remembered I had some nice carrot sweet potato soup. And I actually had some other sweet potatoes that I had blended up with a little butter. And I put that into, the saucepan with some vegetable broth and made a wonderful soup, kind of a carroty sweet potato soup, and added a little soy sauce, a little sriracha, and it was really tasty. It was just what I needed. It wasn't too much. Afterwards, I felt a little fullness, but it was really what I needed, and got me through to bedtime. And then I woke up, was hungry, and didn't have my water. I have to remember that. I need to start drinking some water today. For some reason, when I wake up, the idea of drinking the 3 full glasses of water on an empty stomach, which is theoretically the cure to any disease, doesn't really appeal to me. So I go right into the coffee, part of the program, and then, if it's a good day, I'll remember to fill up some nice tall water glasses during the day and get those 3 glasses in at some point, which I think is great to be drinking water, which I never did. I always knew it was a big thing. I was in church last week and they gave an award to the people who did the most steps and also the people who drank the most cups of water. And they drank thousands of cups of water. And I might actually, over time, I'm not sure how long the contest was for, but I'm probably drinking, if it's 48 ounces divided by 8, that's 6 cups a day times 30. 6 times 30 is only 180. That doesn't sound right. I don't know, maybe I'm not drinking 1,000. Maybe these people really Going above and beyond into a realm that I've never even thought about. But water is turning out to be one of the most important aspects that we can focus on in in exercise. We've sort of gotten that. We've sort of gotten that exercise, diet. We've gotten that, and now, it seems like water is the next thing that we need to really remember is essential for good health, and yeah, basically just good health. So that's it. I feel like I've turned back. I'm turning, I got the tow truck, I'm pulling back, I got the car back on the road, and hopefully I'll be going back in the opposite direction now. I'm going to lunch with a friend today, which was, one of my realizations was that yesterday I was thinking lunch at a nice Indian buffet. Because that fullness feeling. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was the kind of the awareness of the syndrome of making a mistake, overeating, and that feeling of fullness leading to more eating. It's like attracts like. A stuffed feeling attracts eating even more. And that does not seem like the logical next step to take. The logical next step to take is to shelter in place and just, stop where you're in your tracks and wait till, hunger returns. But that's not my experience. My experience is once I start to overeat, the next right thing seems to be to eat more. That's something very interesting to observe. And if one can catch oneself, in this cycle of overindulgence, that in it of itself, to recognize it and say, oh, I just had blah. What is telling me, what is inspiring me to make it even worse, to do even more bad action? I don't know. But it's a good thing to be aware of, and it's a good thing to keep my attention on, my focus on, so that going forward I don't, get into these food car wrecks, which, just ends up being a pileup. So anyway, so that's it. I weighed in at 123, which is not bad. It could have been 125. That would have been really depressing. I think stopping where I did, and exercising probably ameliorated the long-term effect. And just I'm planning on doing a juice fast in about a week, starting. I think it was the 4th of October is the planned start date, and I need it. I need to. I've had all this eating, been like the dog's been running around the neighborhood, having a good time, and getting the juice fast is sort of getting me back on my leash and pushing back and getting me away from the food and back to the juicing, which, then I'm away from all the triggers and I'm just juicing, which that's not a trigger. That's like just juice, 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 juice. It's nothing in there as a trigger. There's nothing that I'm ingesting that's, impelling me, to greater, you don't have a compulsion to juice. You just know you have to. So anyway, so that's it. I'm going to get to work now, and then, I'll eat that nice brunch, or not brunch, it's a lunch, that buffet, which I like. I'm going to try to just stick to one plate, no flour. I'm not even going to have any chai or lassi, just water. And unless my friend, has chai or something, then maybe I'll have one just to sit and chat. But and then tonight, what's Friday night? What's on the schedule? You know, maybe I'll have a nice salad for dinner. That would be good. And a kombucha, something like that. So anyway, so that's it. You gotta have a plan. It's good to quantify. It's good to stay on track. It's good to remember. And I'm finding it's good to talk about it. So that's it. I'm gonna upload this baby and more will be revealed.